know some may have heard about this, and I did not hear about this. Internet connectivity worldwide impacted by severed fiber cables in France. And we got the World Wide Web and all of that kind of stuff. It's a pretty color of blue. It really is, with blues, all the little blues and stuff like that. So, a major internet cable in south of France was severed, impacting the subsea cable connectivity to Europe, Asia, and the United States, causing data packet losses and increased website response latency. So, did you all hear about that? And really, fiber optic, they're putting fiber optic everywhere, but we have undersea cables that, run from country to country, connected, and all of that kind of stuff. What really is going on? And if these cables continue to get cut, what will people rely on? Will they rely on satellite? Will they, like Elon Musk, Starlink and stuff like that? And what would be the purpose of cutting the internet cables, really severing them? Is it to keep people from sharing? Is it to keep the world in the dark, to see what's going on? They don't want the world to know. So that's what I'm wondering, you all. That's what I'm wondering. This thing's got so many errors on it, errors. So let's see what this is saying. If you experience the slowness with specific applications hosted overseas, please contact your application provider. The repair crews moved quickly on the scene, but they had to wait for the police to collect evidence before they were allowed to work on restoring the damage. They confirmed the incidents impacted 3 links. So the repair crews had restored one of the links, and then they observed packet lockets. So they have resolved it. Then we got cable damages in the UK also, which leaving the Knightsons on the island isolated from the rest of the world, you all. What is happening with this, you all? Really, what's going on? Why would somebody cut the internet? Why would they do it? Hello, everyone. You were just watching that Paul Harvey video? Yeah. Look, they say the cables are believed to have done by fishing vessels. You all, come on. Why would fishing vessels cut those cables? No. I think somebody deliberately cut the cables, you all. We expect it will be fishing vessels that damage the cable, but it's very rare that we would have 2 problems at the same time. So they investigated them and all of that, you all. I am not sure if that is, oh, look at this. So here's that one update, you all. Let's look at this. Welcome. Hello. That's right. So this was on the 20th of 2022. That was one update. A title updated to reflect that it was an on-land fiber cable that was sent, impacting the subsea cables. Then they said the article originally contained a section on possible sabotage, as this possibility is speculation at this point, and there's no proof of sabotage. We removed it. Why are they doing that? Do they want to downplay what's happened, you all, with these cables? Or is this all hype? Is this all hype? And then there's things about the internet being, severed all over the place. It is as an act of what have you. That's right. Everything is done by design. Yeah, hello. I'm just wondering. I really am wondering what is happening in the world. I do. Look at this. They got these headlines. The severed submarine fiber cables in France caused the global whatever. They probe multiple cuts at major internet cables. Fiber optic, that's those. If you ever looked at the inside of a fiber optic cable, you all, that's thousands. It looks like thousands of fiber inside of a fiber optic cable. And if it was underseas, these cables, they'd have to be enormous. cable inside a fiber optic cable. Let's see what it would look like. Okay, so they got all these little tiny things right here. You can see the different, look at that, fiber optic, little pieces of glass, strands of glass. Now, strands of glass, and look, it's light. They're light. Why fiber optic cable to begin with, you all? Really, something travels fast as the speed of light. At this point, nothing is weird anymore. You're from Scotland, and they recently had damaged a cable at Shetlands last week. That's what I'm speaking about right there. The damaged cable at Shetland, and but are there any more internet interruptions, internet outages? Because if there is, if we see a major outage occurring, look at this. 3 hours ago, all hands on deck for internet outage. Meta-owned messaging service WhatsApp back online after a global outage. All hands on deck. Arvage works to resolve statewide internet outage affecting customers. 1,000 eyes, you all. What's this about this 1,000 eyes? Let me put this back to me. 1,000 eyes. You're good so far last week, and you had trouble. You know, you may have saw your internet latent and stuff like that. This is all strange. It really is. Really. So who do you think that Mr. Musk's Starlink, do you think that that will be like one of the main things that people use? Starlink? And is it just going to be internet? Is it just going to be, internet for everybody available, or is there something more to it? Is there something more to it, you all? Is what I'm wondering. Do you think there is? So let's look at some of these right here. Let me look at this internet outage map right here. So we've got 32. Oh, that's right over there. Look at that. So we got some right there. Something over here. Look, 77. 77 reports, you all. Where's this located? Right there, you all. Let's look at this. Beijing, China. They got problems in Beijing. And right here at the heart, look at this. The GitHub is down, whatever that is. I don't know what the GitHub is. If you all use it, they have all of these things too. Let me see this. Prolexic Technologies, Cognate Communications, Versatile West, GmbH, CNC Group Beijing. They got 5 of 6. So whatever the GitHub is, you all, whatever that is, it does, it affects people. The world will come to a stop, Michelle. One day it will come to a stop, and we won't be on here communicating like we are anymore. It will be wherever you're at, who's ever around you, that is who you're going to be communicating with if you can, on an individual basis, on a very like local level, unless you got like satellite phones that attach, uplink to satellites. I don't even know how one would use that. Telepathy, you could use telepathy. A lot of people are not skilled with telepathy. They're not. You have black powder ready and lead. Oh, it's kind of scary. It is kind of scary, you all. I just want to say it. It's kind of scary. It really is. Let me see something. I'm going to do one more if they can pull it up over here. So this is another one. Let's look at this. Outages in the last hour. Website. So website outages. You want to look at all these website outages right here. What on earth? These are the United States of America outages. Look over here too. Where was it? Australia. Australia this morning had all those lights flashing in the sky. If you all did not see the video about um, Australia and their strange lights in the sky that I shared from the ISS, I did a video. It was still in the morning time about Australia and the lights in the sky. It looked like there was like UFO battle up there in the sky, is what it looked like. So let me show you this right here. So it's this one right here. There's strange lights in the Australia sky on the ISS capture you all, and that's what we captured, these strange lights right there. And there was a comment where someone said they heard the most horrific, or not horrific, enormously loud booms in the sky. It was very, you can go read the comments. I can't remember the exact words, but they heard them and it was very like unusual. You saw something. What you gonna do when the grid goes out? Somebody in New York City. You saw lights in Virginia. You didn't like it, you all. So these got these internet outages right here. Let's see over here if you can see. They got Chrome. I mean, yeah, this is so massive. We've got what is these timeouts, HTT errors, you all. Everything's going digital. Every single thing is going digital, is what's happening. And I don't know if we're all ready for it. Are we all ready for it? Because it doesn't matter. It's coming anyhow. It really is. The digital age, and we're living in a digital world, is what we're living in. 207. We will get the military internet. Well, it's going to be severely scaled down if we get a military internet, because NSA has their very own internet where the communications go across, and it's much more powerful than the internet that is available to us. It's a whole lot more. Smash it, you all. Smash that button. It don't really do much good. It doesn't, you all. At this point in the game, it doesn't do that much good. I'm just trying to be honest with you. It doesn't. Yeah. So if you didn't know it, they did. So they cut the internet, and we've seen it, is what we did. Let me see if I can get back to that internet connectivity worldwide. And I wanted to see the inside of a internet cable, you all, but we've got internet problems, and we've got people cutting cable lines, undersea cables, which connect countries to one another. And what an imposing being do that. Would somebody deliberately cut the internet to millions of people? Would they? Certainly, we don't live in a world like that. Somebody would just do it just to do it, to stop the flow of communications, do we? That's right. I don't think we do. Thank you. I had a good birthday. Thank you all for all the birthday wishes and stuff. Go on the signal and the rest will disappear like the app's a telegram. The internet showing love. That's right. It's the pale horse. The pale horse came on the scene of March the 11th of 2022. I wonder if throughout history, now really the history that has already passed, if people, I know that even back in 2004, I heard people say, well, the sixth seal has been opened. That was back in 2004, and people were eagerly awaiting the rapture of the church any day now. That was 2004, and it didn't happen. They're still here. Yeah, all of that, you all. But really, what's really going on with the internet and Mr. Musk's Starlink? Is there more to Starlink? Starlink is a net. It's a net. Do you think it's a net? They've been threatening to cut it all the time. That's right. We have survived all the prophecies, Michelle. Yes, y'all, you got to keep fighting. You don't ever give up. Whatever you do, please don't give up. Even though it's very difficult to keep going, it's very difficult to keep focused and keep that vibration up, it's extremely difficult. It is. And because you can feel the darkness, you can feel it all around you all. And it is. It's all around. It's like a negative entity. Uh, that's right. Starlink is a net and a trap. Let me say a trap. Let's see if it's a net and a trap. Look at this high-speed internet satellite. What is it? Is it a trap? So you're not going to get it. Broadband dreams fall to Earth. He's got 42,000 satellites up there in orbit. 42,000. I guess the only way to stop the internet from above is to shoot down satellites, you all. So I couldn't imagine somebody would do that. Could you, if somebody was so upset they start shooting down the Starlink up there in orbit? They could. The darkness has been, the darkness is indeed working overtime, you on all of us in different areas of our life. Extremely, extremely. It's not good. It's not. Let me flip this back around. I am going to go. I don't want this to be a long video, but don't be surprised if, you're not going to be surprised. I know you're not. If one day you wake up and you ain't got no internet, don't be surprised if one all of a sudden your phone doesn't work and everything, all the electricity and everything in your house is dead. There's no power to it. There's no nothing, and the lights are out. That means the grid went down, or like an EMP. Just think. So if an EMP occurred, would it knock out the big substations, the big stations that supply the grids, supply the energy to everybody, or are they battle hardened? They could be battle hardened, but not the individual houses. I'm sure there is a cutoff switch, but it would fry everything in the individual houses, and it would just cut the electricity off that way through just blow the transformers on the pole. If the electricity went off of EMP, I'm wondering, you all, where the main power stations are. Are they battle hardened against an EMP? Because if they are, and the electricity stays up there and we don't know it, where would that electricity be going to if it happened like that? Yeah. They feed off fear. Oh, yes, they do. The darkness loves the fear. It just takes a great big breath like that and they just inhale it in and they just swallow it. They do. Yes, it will kill it's supposed to fry your electronics. If your battery operated thing, I think it can fry your fuses and everything. I'm not an expert in it. I'm not. I really am not. The grid is not battle hardened. That's about right. Yeah. An EMP. Well, for a long time they were thinking that North Korea's satellite, they had a place where you could go track the satellites. They go across the sky and you can see where the satellites are from. And there was a thing, I remember back in around 2008 or so, they were saying North Korea, they spread the rumor North Korea is going to launch an EMP over certain area of the United States. When it flies down low enough, it'll take out the power in that area. That was back in 2008. North Korea has been in and out of the picture too, you all. Oh, well, thank you. A good radio is something. Yeah, you might want to get backup stuff. You really might want to prepare. You should prepare if you can, and in whatever way you can. Let me see this. What is not like that? What was I going to look up? Something I was going to look up. Let me see. Okay, look, it's a satellite. Satellite positions. Real time. I used to follow that too, I really did. Look at this though. Live, look at this. Live world map of satellite positions in the sky. I haven't been to that one before. Let's see what that's going to bring up. if it's going to bring up anything. Let's look at this so you can type it in. These are all the satellites that are in the world. Now, granted, they can, that they're tracking right now, and I think you should be able to click on the satellite to see the full detail. So this is known as USA 168 Navstar GPS altitude from Indianapolis. From Indianapolis, you all. So let's look at this one. This right here is also from Indianapolis. This one is from Indianapolis. How come all of these are from Indianapolis? This doesn't make sense to me. Maybe this is, the data is coming from Indianapolis. Lemur. What's up here? A global positioning sensor. I don't understand these. I really don't. I've heard of Navistar position and stuff, but you can see what this is doing. Let me close the, oh, Gina, honey, you were clicking on the wrong thing. You all, let me see the lemur. Oh, more information, including hydrological weather can be found at, okay, so they launched this at Wallops Island in Virginia, USA. So that's what you can do, you all. You can click on this stuff right here, and you can find the satellite is right here. Find the satellites. Let me see what this one right here is. If you want to click in more information, this is supposed to be real-time satellite data. So these are space stations with CubeSats. The cubes. It's the cubes, you all. Oh my gosh, you all. This is from Missile and Space Center. Look at that. Tyra Arm Missile and Space Center from Kazakhstan. Do you see that? Kazakhstan? Wow. They can fly. They can fly overhead. So that was launched not November 19th. They just keep going around the sky, you all. They do. That was from Kazakhstan. I don't even know where we found that one at, you all. What one was that? It wasn't this one. I forget which one it is. Which one is flying over? This is a global positioning sensor, y'all. Let's make this bigger if I can. Can't really make it that much bigger. We don't want global. Oh my gosh. Navistar GPS 31, a global positioning center. This is IH-STAT. You can click IH-STAT. So that looks like it's around the Hawaii Islands. You can see the trek that they're going. Look at this, is spinning around in a circle. IH-STAT, it's around Hawaii. That's the missile. That's Tyratan Missile and Space Center, Kazakhstan. So they can travel wherever they want. They really can. Let me look at these things right here. You're in Connecticut. So yeah, they can travel anywhere they want. And since this is a movable map, it's movable. You can look at all of these things right here. You can look down here, object. They got an object down there. Object TD. This is down here at the tip of Africa. The tip of Africa. This is also from this Tyratan Missile and Space Center. Well, they got lots of stuff launched, you all. Why do they? Why do you got these satellites launched from these missile places? Yes, they do have the oldest ruins, and there's something special about Africa. There really is. South Africa, you all. So look at this stuff. Man, we can make a look at over here. I wasn't planning on doing this. Look at this one right here. So this one right here is by Africa too. Look how they swooping down, you all. This also is one of those, and it's a Commonwealth of Independent States, former USSR. Former USSR. Y'all can find this at the https inthesky.org. You can find these maps there. You really can. This is wild. Look, they got something called the red eye. Look at this. Red eye. Red eye. Let's click it. This is known as the Cabernet. Right there, you all. There better not be some kind of a launch somewhere today that causes a you-know-what explosion. There better not be something like that that causes some kind of an explosion today, you all. If you hear something like that and we're looking at these satellites, yeah, you don't want to hear it. You don't. Let's see the detail, because this is the one we're looking at. And I think this is near, near somewhere, and you can see which way it's headed. Let's see what it's going to do. The United States owns that one, you all. But it was launched, Space Center in Kazakhstan. So the United States owns that one, you all. Okay, they do. What are you doing owning that over there, flying around like that? You all, they can fly wherever they want to fly. They can. Because nobody owns the space up there so far above each area. They don't. But if you come down in their airspace, they're going to get you. If you fly too close to home, they are going to get you. Oh my gosh, you all, look at this. You got the red eye 3. You all, are we listening to this? Can you all hear me? Because I want to know if you can hear me. Look at this. You got the red eye 3 right there. Then you got the red eye 2. What's the red eye 2 doing, you all? Red eye 2. So this is space stations, and the United States owns this one too. And the launch site was right here in Kazakhstan. So the red eye 2, you awesome. Why are we launching? So let's think about that. If you're in the United States, why are you launching things from Kazakhstan, your satellites? Why are you doing that? Y'all look at this. This right here, HSU satellite, right here. HSU satellite. It's you see where it's twirling right now. Japan satellite right there. You all, apologize for using my cell phone. That's Japan's satellite. They got theirs launched from Kazakhstan. Also, you all, look at that. Like I got something called Lemur 2 something, you all. Lemur 2 yes something. I can't really see behind her. Here is a Tayazan. Tayazan who? Is that Japan also, you all? Because we don't want nothing going on. Oh my goodness, it's the People's Republic of China. They launched their satellite in their own country, you all. They do. But they're right there. So they launched their own satellite. Ooh, they launched it on the 8th of May. It's like a space station. Now, they can retrofit stuff. They launched their satellites in their own country, in China. What was the name of that we just looked up, you all? I can't even remember what it was. Was it Lemur 2? It was Lemur 2. That's what it was, Lemur 2. No, that's not this. I don't think that's the sun. Let me see what this one is again. Let's look at this again. I wanted to know if that was China. 361 kilometer. No, that's Wallops Island. That's United States. They launched that from the Wallop Island in Virginia. I don't know where we looked. Oh, okay, I know where it was. It was coming down off the East Coast or the West Coast of the United States. It was something right here. It's right. Is it right there? The HSU. What's something else is behind here? It's a Xingshu, right there. Xingshu is if you all start studying the altitude, how high up and stuff they're done, you can see where the Xingshu 14, it's right there almost in the middle of the United States. Who owns Xingshu? Okay, it's the People's Republic of China. Okay, that's who it is. So Xingshu is in the middle. It's like, you all, this is what this is really. Gina, that was you. So what they can do, these satellites, All they have to do is swoop down just a little bit more, and I'm serious. All they have to do is come down a little bit more over a certain area, and then they can detonate a bomb, and that will cause an EMP attack. And that will just cut off all communications. All they have to do is just come down a little bit at a certain thing, and that's what they can do. It's that easy, and you won't destroy the environment by doing that. You'll just cut off all communications and everything. You'll cut it all off. So there is something going on. And, oh, it's got the Moscow. So you can't really see the satellites that are over here near Moscow. You got these global positioning sensors. Who owns these? I'm thinking, the United States probably owns those. They do. They launched this in Air Force Eastern Test Range, Florida of Tennessee. You know why? Because they probably don't got no missiles on them, you all. They probably don't got no missiles on them. I think there's different types of satellites too that are retrofitted. They are in the space war, see. Different types of satellites that they use. And I guess they launch certain types in different countries, like Kazakhstan is what they do. So you got the red eyes. Red eyes. Why do you want to call it red eye? What is behind this? Oh, there's something behind it. It's called the Tumanastat, you all. You can look at this, and this is really interesting. I do have a tendency to get carried away. There is no name of an owner. This should send alarm bells. Nobody is claiming the ownership of this, but it was launched from Kazakhstan. No owner. None. Tumonsist. No owner. Let's find it again, you all. Tumon something. Where was that at? I can't see where that was. It was right there. See where it's located? It's no owner. Okay. Oh my gosh. So if you you all, this could be addictive. This could be addictive, tracking these satellites across the world. It really would be, because you just don't ever know. And where do some of these go once they're in the current position that they're at? Do they just sit there? Look, I wonder what it means if they're the red satellites are the global positioning sensors, but these ones aren't. The gray ones are something different, it seems like. I don't want to look at that, I really don't. I want to see what's over here by Cthulhu. Okay, we want to see what's by Cthulhu. Is there something by Cthulhu? Era Cube. Did we already look at Era Cube? Okay, United States. Okay, yes, so they got the cube stuff. But this is serious. It really is. You got satellites all above. China can literally fly straight over here, and we can't stop them. You can't. Unless you have your satellites. What is CSS? Oh, this is the Tianhe. Tianhe. They're right above, too. The Tianhe. Yes, the People Republic of China. Tianhe. That's right. Tianhe. At least they make their satellites in their own country, and they launch them in their own country, you all. But this is look, I don't think you want to make them mad. You do not. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? All three satellites are clustered together. They're clustered together up there. There's 1, 2, and 3. How come they got 3 satellites traveling one another? That's what's, isn't that interesting? 3 satellites clustered together, traveling over the United States. Um, a great a lot of people, 3 of them. You know, those satellites, they look like they are, I wonder if there's any way to make it bigger. Let me see what's under here. These satellites are, this is up-to-date data. Estimating satellite positions at the basis of orbital elements of NORAD, 26th of October. Traveling together. You don't want to make them mad because that's all they got to do, you all. These right here, you're not going to know what type of weapons they carry on them. You're not. That's China. That's not China. I think this is Japan, right? I think this one was Japan. Let's just see if it was. Yeah, see, that was Japan. This is a missile space center one right here, launched from Kazakhstan. But the other ones were China. China, right there. I think that's about it. I do think that's about it. I'm going to see if they have any other ones flying that close together. I really want to see. They have one there. I don't think they do. I really don't think they do. And they can just fly back and forth and back and forth. Why? Really, why are all of these satellites right here going down, looping around like this and going like that? That's like the ISS path, kind of, sort of. It really is. But not these right here, the 3 China satellites. And if I had a free hand, really, if I did, they don't look. It's unknown distance. So this is okay. Let's just do one investigation. So this is 393 kilometers up. 393 kilometers. That is the Tianzhu. What happened to the other one? It disappeared. You all, it disappeared. Where did it go? Did you sit and watch it? It literally disappeared on us. It disappeared. There. Okay, now there it is right there. So that was that's a 393 kilometer. Okay, you all, that's kind of scared me. 393 kilometer. This is 393 kilometer. Let's get the one in behind it, and the one behind it is 300. They're all at 393 traveling together. What's the magnitude means, you all? There they are. You see which they could literally, they could head straight to New York City if they wanted to go to New York City with their 3 satellites. Okay, if they wanted to, they could go straight over here. If they wanted, they could. That's why they got Space Wars. It is. Don't forget, Gina, to look over here. Thank you all. I get myself so caught up, you all. I do apologize. I really get into what I'm doing. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Is everybody being good on here? Yeah. Oh, did somebody find? Yes, yes. I've had so many responses for that. Washer and dryer, absolutely. I need to do something about the Facebook thing because it didn't take long. It didn't. Dirty bomb. That's right. Dirty bomb, you all. So let's look at that. Well, I don't think that's Starlink right there. I don't. Look, they say showing 76 spacecraft is, what is the Tianhe? Tianhe. Let's type in Tianhe. Tianhee. Satellite. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, Tianhe. 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 Tian. Oh, I did Tianhe. Satellite. Satellite. Weapons. I'm going to say weapons. I am. I'm just going to say weapons. That's what I want to say. I'm trying to find it. Okay, let's look. Putin and Xi's pact for outer space. This crewed mission will connect 2 additional space laboratory modules to the station's core. The Tianhe, the Shinshu, you all. China's recent satellite launch. What is this, you all? What are they doing here? They can say anything they want. Their pact for outer space. This is 2022. February, preventing arm race in outer space. Kinetic, physical, indiscriminate threat, following Russia's thing. So this is articles of war. Turning to China. Low Earth orbit satellites is what it is. Low Earth orbit satellites. The Xingshu. China has completed 2 of the 4 missions planned to assemble the Tiangong station to craft spacecraft Xingshu 12 and Xingshu 13, Xingshu 14. Laboratory modules. I can't see if they are retrofitted or anything, you all. I can't. Okay, I don't know. Look at this. So right there, look. Right there at New York City, you all. That's all they got to do is drop something from up there. That's how close they are. Gina, are you trying to instill fear? No, I'm just observing 3 satellites traveling together from China. And that's the path they take. They come over here and they go straight over here. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's it. Clica. What's a clica? That's 408 kilometers. What is a clica? The United States, Tyroton Missile and Space Center. So that's United States, you all. Well, they got some strange names. They really do got strange names. What's going on? How could these get back here? That's okay, you all. I'm done looking. So that's what they're going to do. They are, I'm refreshing to see if that, see what this is doing. If this is like looping it. I don't know what happened. I don't know where they went. They just disappeared. They did disappear. Where on earth did they go? Where did all of those satellites go, you all, that we were just looking at? Did they disappear on us? Really, this time, did they? I can't see. Okay, so now the China one is down here. It goes down here and it's going to loop around. So it was way up there. It goes up here. It goes in a great big loop. Okay, they travel fast. They travel faster than we can fly. All right, y'all, I'm done. Okay, I'm done obsessing over satellites, y'all. It's really interesting. It really is. I'm not joking. I love it. I love stuff like this. It's nice to look at. It is. Um, yeah, because they move. They move. And they're in the sky. They move and they're in the sky. It's good to keep track of what's happening. It really is. But really, that is interesting. That's what I want to say. It's interesting that they have 3 satellites traveling together. Oops, what's over here? They got something else right here. Just one more. Let's go look at the Yuga. Yuga is got they got an object, a Yungshi, and the Yungsai. I think they only got 2 right here. That's okay. We're gonna go. I'm done running my mouth. I'm done. I'm done taking up your time, and I'm gonna go. So we had some fiber optic cable that was cut, and it interrupted. It did. It it interrupted the internet connectivity and caused latency, is what it did. Lots of latency. So I'm gonna go. Yes, I am. Thank you all for putting up with me. Oh my goodness gracious. That's right. It's okay. It is. So thank you. And did we have a moderator on here, or did we make it all this time without a moderator? Did we make it all this time without a moderator, you all? That's what I'm wondering. If so, I guess we had some nice people on here, or the Google moderated it and we don't even know about it, the AI. Yeah, that's right. We can do it. That's right. We did do it. That's okay. Stone the synthesizer. That's right. That's right. Yes, we don't want it to get hit, you all. We don't want nobody to get hit. We really don't at all. We don't. So, with that being said, you all, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. It's great to see you all on here. Y'all did great. You did great.